Bruno Sammartino, who, won't fucking suck Vince's cock, he doesn't get in. And that's figurative. I don't think any of the guys that in the Hall of Fame maybe did that. I'm just saying that,
dude, really, but if you look at the people that are in it, Coco Beware and Scary Sherry, and you can just go on and on with a list of fucking dingle fucks. Give me a fucking break with that. Scary Sherry is a Hall of Fame talent of some sort? Get out. Coco Beware was a jobber. He lost almost every match. Unless he was fighting somebody that really was like fat and out of shape, he lost every match, no matter who it was against. And you tell me that's a Hall of Fame guy? Get out. Who cares? That tarnishes the whole thing.
Probably one of the more legit, high-profile things that Coco Beware was a part of is something no one even remembers, probably, and that was High Energy with Owen Hart, who probably is a Hall of Fame caliber type guy, mainly because he's dead.
Right. And speaking of dead, I think the humanoids are going to love our new project. I'm not going to let too much out of the fucking bag, but let me tell you, when I say that Violence Jack is going to bring the dead to life, I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, when everybody
all the wrestlers in the world are not employed by WWE, and they're not employed by TNA, and they're not over in Japan. They're in our promotion, and you'll find out about that soon enough.
Soon enough, what's going to happen? And everyone needs to go to awesomebomb.net pretty soon, dude. All these, us partnering up with the Party Midgets is crazy, dude. What is that? How sick is that? That Awesome Bomb and Party Midgets are together as one fucking cohesive unit of despicable, debaucherous glory.
It's bound to happen sooner than later.
And it's fantastic. So everyone just keep looking up to awesomebomb.net for that shit.
Talent usually, if you notice in the world, usually has a way of gravitating towards each other, So, the Party Midgets and the Awesome Bomb, it was bound to happen.
I know it. And, so everyone just keep looking at awesomebomb.net. I've almost, within the week, I'll have up all the stuff for sale, all these DVDs and Party Midgets and Awesome Bomb, Violence Jack and me doing commentary to the max. You could tell how great it would be just from listening to the show, how great it will be. Listen, because we've only got... All right, Daddy. Well, let me do this because I want to get this out. We've only got 13 minutes, and this clip is about four-ish minutes. I want to play this Billy Jack Haynes thing from RF Video. Just go to RF Video and fucking get this. I can't even stress enough that I thought it. I was like, whatever. It's just like any shoot video. But by about 10 minutes in, I'm looking at this cracked out, like messed out, fucking just weird guy, Billy Jack Haynes, and the whole thing became completely incredible. And so let me play this. This is Billy Jack Haynes on the love triangle between Chris Benoit, Nancy Benoit, and Vince McMahon, and how all that culminated into these murders. And this is his entire take on the situation. Violence Jack, you've heard this. Let's fucking check it out, and then we'll talk about it when he's over.
Okay, so here we go. Here's a bombshell. Chris Benoit and Nancy Benoit had a child named Daniel. Now, Chris loved Daniel so much that he would do anything for him. That's all he could ever talk about was Daniel, 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 Daniel. Vince, he loved him. True love. But you know the truth. The real truth is, Chris asked me if Vince ever fucked my wife before in life. That's what this is all about. And you know damn well what the truth is. I told him, I said, no, I never fucked, I don't think. Oral sex, yeah. So, what the explosion was over was that he knew that you were fucking Nancy Benoit when he was wrestling. So he worked the angle out of the way, and 14 hours before it ever happened, it came up on the internet. That somehow became just a figment of someone's imagination, which personally I don't buy. But I don't need to buy it anyway. You got yourself out of the way. Chris would never, ever kill Daniel. Never. Unless the kid was yours. So, what happens is, he comes home, they get in a fight, and the only way that he would have ever killed Daniel, unless he was murdered by your people, which really could have happened, right, Vince? Because it was 2 days apart. Boom, 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 with Bibles by him. Everything planned by your Jerry McDevitt, looks like to me. But what happened was, the baby, the argument they had, the baby wasn't his. He was convinced of that it was your child, Vince. So as soon as they die, and you put them on the air, you sweep it under the rug like it never happened, and you come back, next thing you know, Chris Benoit is wiped completely off the face of the earth. Next! And you're out of the picture, and you want to wipe a man who made so much money, all of his videos, because what? Because he killed his wife? Well, if you was fucking his wife, you wouldn't have killed her. So here's what we need to do. Vince, you need to take a DNA test, because it's 50-50. It could be your kid. The day before, Nancy went down and talked to Dr. Aston, Dr. Phil Aston, in Fayetteville, and then the day after, the day of the murder, Chris went down. It went down then. That night is when the murders happened. So either you did them, or you're telling me that Nancy told Chris that you guys were fucking, because you know you fucked her, Vince. You fucked her many times. I shouldn't be using the word F, but I'm just telling it the way it is. Made love? It couldn't be made love. You got a wife, Linda, don't you?
Mr. California, I see you're on the air. What do you think about that clip?
That's fucking hilarious. It's hilarious, brother. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on, but if it's true, it's a fucking mess, brother. You know what I mean? That's what I think. It's ridiculous.
And I don't think anyone's going to know until McMahon takes the DNA test.
I think it is his kid, brother. I think it is Vince's kid.
You think? I think so too. I think we need to get. I think somehow we need to get a petition going to get Vince McMahon to take a paternity test. And you know what? Let me tell you that maybe when Violence Jack and I get this new thing rolling off, maybe that will be one of the main goals of the entire thing, Violence Jack. What do you think about that? I mean, we don't want to give too much away to the humanoids until it's complete, because I hate telling people that we're going to do something and then it doesn't happen before it happens. Right. But I believe this will happen, and I think if this happens, maybe the overriding goal of the whole thing will be that paternity test. What do you think?
Well, for sure. I mean, that pretty much has to happen. If it doesn't, I think that pretty much discredits himself in the eyes of everyone. And
he gets away with it, doesn't he?
Well, for sure.
Well, fucking Mr. California, what do you think? I know you don't even know what Violence Jack and I are talking about right now, but what do you think? Do you think we need to push for this paternity test?
Do it, brother. Do it. Get the first scoop right on Awesome Bomb, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we
get the first scoop, brother. Fuck everybody else, brother. Get the first scoop and tell everybody if it is. I think it is Vince McMahon's son. You know what I mean? That's why Benoit killed him.
Let me lay this scenario on you. I laid it on Sexy Eddie, and he didn't give it too much thought. But
that guy's an idiot. He's a Canadian. That's why.
Exactly. I'm trying to save this guy. I'm trying to let him know, watch out. Because here's the scenario. You have, go back to the Montreal screw job. Go back to everybody that was in Bret Hart's corner. Bret Hart leaves the company. Bret leaves the company, and And Owen, okay, first, tell me,